It started as a whisper, then erupted into an earthquake that shook the very foundations of hip-hop. For weeks, the world watched, glued to every lyrical jab, every shocking revelation, every brutal counterpunch. We're talking, of course, about the unprecedented, no-holds-barred war between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. But while the headlines screamed and the timelines exploded, what was really happening behind the scenes? What were the true triggers, the hidden motives, the secret strategies that fueled this epic, personal, and profoundly impactful battle? You know their names? Drake, the undisputed king of streaming, the global hitmaker. Kendrick Lamar, the Pulitzer-winning lyrical titan, the voice of a generation. For years, their relationship was a complex dance of respect, subtle competition, and undeniable influence. But then, something shifted. The gloves came off. And what followed was a lyrical onslaught unlike anything we've ever witnessed. Today, we're peeling back the layers. We're going inside the rivalry to uncover the untold story, the personal stakes, and the industry dynamics that transformed a simmering tension into an all-out hip-hop beef. Get ready, because the truth is far more intricate than any headline could convey. The first undeniable spark in this simmering rivalry dates back to Kendrick Lamar's explosive Control verse in 2013. He boldly declared himself the king of New York, a controversial statement that immediately put every major rapper, including Drake, on notice. This wasn't just a lyrical flex, it was a direct challenge to the established hierarchy. While Drake initially downplayed it, calling it great for hip-hop, the gauntlet had been thrown. This moment ignited a subtle, competitive tension that would simmer for years, laying the groundwork for the future conflict. Kendrick Lamar's approach to battle rap has always been characterized by surgical precision and intricate wordplay. Even in the early stages of this beef, his jabs were never blunt. They were layered, metaphorical, and often required multiple listens to fully decipher. This intellectual approach to diss tracks forced listeners to engage deeply with his lyrics, searching for hidden meanings and subtle attacks. His commitment to lyrical mastery set a high bar, distinguishing his style from more straightforward lyrical assaults and building anticipation for his more direct future responses. A core theme in Kendrick Lamar's artistry, and a subtle point of contention with Drake, has always been his emphasis on authenticity and artistic integrity over commercial success. Kendrick often positions himself as a voice for the streets and a purist of the craft, implicitly contrasting this with artists who might prioritize mainstream appeal. This philosophical difference fueled a quiet, ideological battle, suggesting that their conflict wasn't just about who was better, but about what hip-hop truly represented. Before the full-blown war, Kendrick Lamar continued to drop subtle, yet pointed remarks in his music and features. These weren't direct diss tracks, but rather carefully placed lines that hinted at his competitive spirit and his awareness of Drake's presence at the top. These subliminal shots served to build anticipation, creating a narrative that something was brewing beneath the surface. Each new verse from Kendrick was dissected by fans, eagerly searching for any sign of the impending lyrical confrontation. The simmering tension finally boiled over with Kendrick Lamar's first undeniable direct diss track aimed squarely at Drake. This marked a significant escalation, moving beyond subliminal jabs to a full frontal assault. The track was a calculated strike designed to provoke a response and firmly establish Kendrick's position in the brewing conflict. The raw aggression and personal nature of the lyrics left no doubt about his intentions, sending shockwaves through the hip-hop community and setting the stage for Drake's inevitable counter. Before the beef fully ignited, Drake stood as arguably the most dominant force in global music. His consistent chart-topping hits, record-breaking streaming numbers, and massive cultural influence made him seem untouchable. He had mastered the art of blending rap with pop sensibilities, creating a formula for unparalleled commercial success. This position of power and widespread appeal meant that any direct challenge to him would be a monumental undertaking, making Kendrick's initial moves all the more audacious. In the early stages of the brewing conflict, Drake often reacted to Kendrick's subtle jabs with a dismissive, almost amused demeanor. He projected an aura of unbothered confidence, suggesting that any perceived challenges were beneath him or simply part of the game. This nonchalant attitude was a strategic play. aiming to deflate Kendrick's attempts at provocation and maintain his image as the undisputed king who didn't need to engage in petty squabbles. Drake's musical identity often blurs the lines between rap and pop, a stylistic choice that has brought him immense commercial success, but has also been a point of contention for hip-hop purists. This blend became a subtle battleground in the rivalry, with Kendrick often representing the pure rap ethos. Drake's ability to craft catchy melodies and crossover hits contrasted with Kendrick's more complex lyrical approach, highlighting a fundamental difference in their artistic philosophies. Before directly engaging, Drake was a master of the subliminal diss. He would often weave subtle jabs and veiled threats into his verses, allowing plausible deniability while still sending clear messages to his perceived rivals. This strategic use of ambiguity kept fans guessing and fueled speculation, adding layers to the brewing tension without committing to an all-out war. It was a calculated move to maintain control of the narrative while still asserting his dominance. When Kendrick's attacks became undeniable, Drake finally delivered his first direct counterpunch. This response was highly anticipated, as fans wondered how the streaming king would react to such a personal and aggressive challenge. Drake's track aimed to reassert his dominance, discredit Kendrick's claims, and remind the world of his unparalleled success. It was a clear statement that he would not back down, escalating the conflict to a new, more intense level. Following Drake's response, Kendrick Lamar unleashed a series of intensified attacks, each one more aggressive and revealing than the last. These tracks were meticulously crafted, dissecting Drake's personal life, his image, and his perceived vulnerabilities with brutal honesty. The lyrical onslaught was relentless, leaving no stone unturned and aiming to dismantle Drake's carefully constructed public persona. This phase marked a significant turning point, escalating the beef into unprecedented territory. The beef took a deeply personal and shocking turn when Kendrick Lamar began leveling serious accusations against Drake. These claims went far beyond typical rap disses, delving into highly sensitive and private aspects of Drake's life. The audacity and specificity of these allegations sent shockwaves not just through the hip-hop community, but across the entire entertainment industry, forcing a public reckoning with the dark side of celebrity feuds. Kendrick Lamar's aggressive and personal attacks garnered a wide range of reactions from within the music industry. Many artists, producers, and executives found themselves in an uncomfortable position, forced to navigate the treacherous waters of public opinion. Some praised Kendrick's lyrical prowess and fearlessness, while others expressed concern over the deeply personal nature of the attacks, highlighting the ethical boundaries of rap beefs. The online world erupted into a frenzy following Kendrick Lamar's intensified attacks. Social media platforms became a real-time battlefield, with fans dissecting every lyric, creating memes, and passionately debating the validity of his claims. The sheer volume of engagement and the rapid spread of information showcased the immense power of the internet in amplifying rap beefs, turning every new development into a global event. After delivering a series of devastating blows, Kendrick Lamar strategically went silent. This pause was a calculated move, allowing his diss tracks to marinate and their impact to fully sink in. It left Drake in a difficult position, forced to respond to accusations without an immediate counterattack from Kendrick. This silence amplified the weight of his words, proving that sometimes the most powerful move is to let your actions speak for themselves. Faced with Kendrick Lamar's relentless and deeply personal accusations, Drake was forced into a defensive stance. His subsequent responses often felt reactive, attempting to refute claims and defend his character rather than launching purely offensive attacks. This shift in dynamic highlighted the immense pressure he was under, as he grappled with allegations that threatened to dismantle his carefully constructed public image and personal reputation. The ongoing beef, particularly Kendrick's personal attacks, significantly impacted Drake's public perception. While he maintained a loyal fan base, the serious nature of the allegations led to widespread debate and scrutiny. His image as the charismatic, unbothered superstar was challenged, forcing many to reevaluate their understanding of him. This shift underscored the power of a rap beef to transcend music and profoundly affect a celebrity's overall standing. In the wake of the escalating conflict, Drake engaged in strategic maneuvering to control the narrative. This included carefully crafted social media posts, subtle jabs in his music, and potentially orchestrating leaks or responses from his camp. He aimed to redirect attention, discredit his opponent, and remind the public of his enduring success, attempting to regain control of a situation that had become increasingly volatile and personal. After the initial flurry of diss tracks, Drake found himself in a precarious position. While he had responded, the sheer volume and personal nature of Kendrick's attacks left lingering questions and a cloud of controversy. The aftermath saw intense debate over who won the lyrical battle, with public opinion divided. Drake's next moves would be crucial in determining how he navigated the fallout and attempted to reassert his dominance in the hip-hop landscape. As the immediate lyrical exchanges cooled, a significant question lingered over Drake's future. How would he ultimately recover from the intense personal attacks and the shift in public perception? The beef left him with a unique challenge, forcing him to consider not just his next musical release, but his entire strategy for maintaining his position at the top. The hip-hop world watches, eager to see if he can truly make a comeback and put the controversy behind him. The fight between Drake and Kendrick Lamar has redefined what a hip-hop beef can be. It was personal, it was public, and it exposed the raw ambition and vulnerability of two titans. While the immediate lyrical exchanges may have cooled, the underlying tension, the unresolved questions, and the profound impact on their legacies will resonate for years to come. What do you think was the real turning point in this beef? Who do you believe emerged stronger? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more exclusive hip-hop analyses, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next expose. Thanks for watching.